Alright guys, we're back with another video on the Z125 Pro. I've been doing quite a few videos on this bike lately and kind of neglecting the other bikes, but that's because I'm doing a lot to this bike. I've added a lot of parts recently, performance parts specifically, and I want to keep you informed of what I'm doing and what you get out of it. So if you're new to this channel, that's a lot of the videos I make are me installing or trying new parts and things for motorcycles and e-bikes, and then I give you the real world results of what you actually get out of it. Is it worth it? Does it work? So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of information, hopefully in a compact form. I don't want to make this a huge long video, but I think it's important to put this out there to show you what you get out of doing what I think are the three basic things that most people that buy this bike are going to do to it. So that would be the intake, the exhaust, and a fuel controller. So that's what I've done to this bike, and I recently had it to the dyno to get it custom tuned and dialed in so it's performing at its peak. And I wanted to know what those things get you horsepower wise. Does it help out at all on this bike? So I'm going to give you all those results. I'll show you the dyno printouts and everything, and then we'll go over the costs and you can decide if it's worth it to you. So let's take it for a spin here and talk about it. So what I'll say first, let's go over some of the benefits of the things I did. Number one, I would say the look. I mean, that exhaust looks 100 times better than the stock exhaust, so that is a benefit for sure. Another benefit is going to be the sound. This thing sounds amazing. Way deeper exhaust sound than stock. Way louder. It's very loud. I've got videos on that. You can see just how loud the hot bodies is. But it doesn't sound like a 125 anymore, that's for sure. This thing sounds super mean. So the appearance, certainly a benefit. The sound is certainly a benefit. The weight savings is going to be a benefit. Saved a lot of weight. Taking that stock exhaust off and the stock airbox, those things were very heavy. The stuff I put on was very light. Okay, so let me give you, I'm going to cut right to the heart of it. I'm going to give you the results first. Like I said, I had this custom tuned by my shop, and he said he really got it dialed in. It was, pretty much at optimum performance. So when you take your bike to the dyno, everybody's always concerned about horsepower, and they're tuning it for optimum combustion. And horsepower is just kind of a side effect of that. So I did get a horsepower gain. I'll show you the printout, but this baby, well, before I do that, let me tell you a piece of bad news before we even start that. So if you own this bike or you've ever looked at buying it, I'm sure you've Googled to see how much horsepower it actually has, and you'll read that it has about 8.5 horsepower stock. Well, yeah, okay, so that's at the engine, but when you go to the dyno, they're testing the horsepower at the rear wheel. So I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna start at like 8.5. I'm gonna end up probably like 9, maybe 9.5 if I'm lucky. Well, that's not the case. I mean, I talked to the tech for a few minutes afterwards, and he basically said, I put your bike on there and it started out in the low 6s. That's stock. That's what your actual rear wheel horsepower is. Mine was at 6.3 to start. So after he got it all tuned and dialed in, I ended up at 7.55. So I gained 1.2 horsepower, which was great. I was hoping I'd get at least 1 horsepower, and I did. I got more than that. But the bad part was I thought I was starting at 8.5, and I was really starting at like 6. So there you go. There's the performance increase that you get out of a Z125 doing all that stuff, right? 1.2 horsepower. Now let me tell you what it cost me for that. So I'll just flash the prices up on the screen. So, yeah, because I can't remember them exactly, but the intake, probably like 140-ish. The hot bodies exhaust, which was one of the cheapest exhausts I found. The fuel controller, Power Commander 5, and then also the cost of getting it tuned. So add all that up, there's your total. That's what it costs to gain 1.2 horsepower on this bike. And you can decide from here if it's worth it to you. Is it worth it for me? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. You can feel a little bit of a difference, but it certainly is not dramatic whatsoever. I mean, it feels like it runs a little bit crisper. It's got a little bit stronger of a pull, but I mean, it's not a dramatic change whatsoever. It's barely noticeable, honestly. If you're looking to do all that stuff for a big performance gain, you're not gonna get it. You're not even gonna barely feel it, okay? If you really want performance gain, you're gonna have to do the 143 kit. That's all there is to it. You know, I guess it's true, there is no replacement for displacement. You're gonna have to go bigger to get more power out of this thing. So there's the real life numbers for you. I've seen a lot of dyno videos out there where people have put the 143 on and done that, but nothing where they just did these three basic things and did the dyno and told you real life. But yeah, real life. This is a 7.5 horsepower motorcycle with all the upgrades. And I can't say honestly that they made it all that much more fun. I mean, it feels roughly like the same bike. Now, appearance-wise, weight-wise, you know, sound-wise, it's way better. I like it for that. So if you're gonna buy it for that, okay, yeah, then maybe all that stuff's worth it. But and truthfully, I had some gift cards and I got a couple parts for Christmas, so I didn't really spend that total, but that's what it costs. I just lucked out to have some of it already covered for me. So there it is, guys. That's the real world numbers for you. I hope you found this beneficial. If you liked what you saw, give me a like, subscribe, come back for more. If you got any other questions on this bike, just let me know. Well, I'll try to get out on some of the other bikes again soon and mix it up a little bit for you, but appreciate you guys staying till the end, and thanks for watching.